What's going on, my fellow high stim pre-workout enthusiasts? Hope you guys are having a wonderful week. Hope you guys are crushing those workouts. I know you are. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I have a very special review that I'm going to be sharing with you guys today, and I'm super excited to be dropping a review for this product because if I'm being honest, I didn't even know that I was going to be receiving this one, and I did release a thank you on my Instagram account. You guys can follow me on Instagram at HighStimAce. And I did thank Apollon Nutrition and especially Robic for sending out this tub to me for review. And I gotta say, this pre-workout exceeded all expectations. What I'm gonna be reviewing today on the channel, guys, is the all new Desperado pre-workout. And this is Apollon Nutrition's take on a more daily use kind of pre-workout. And what I mean by that is that it doesn't have a crazy amount of caffeine, no 650 milligrams of caffeine, no alpha-yohimbine, no Juglans Regia, no Arrhea no exotic stimulants. As a matter of fact, this one doesn't even have any crazy nootropics in here. No lion's mane extract, no alpha GBC, nothing like that. This is a very standard, by the book, FDA approved, compliant kind of pre-workout that's meant to be taken regularly depending on how often you guys train in the gym. So I train 5 days a week. I would say this is definitely something you could take 4 to 5 days without any issues whatsoever. So join me, guys, as we break down this label, and HighStimAce is going to tell you, is Desperado worth picking up? Let's talk about it. All right, guys, so right off the bat, we have a really nice looking tub here. I really dig the aesthetic, nice holographic aesthetic from Apollon Nutrition. Really nice. This here is the peach orange flavor, and I gotta say, this thing is delicious. I know, you never thought those words would come out of my mouth. Apollon Nutrition, delicious flavor. But yes, guys, this one tastes really good. Really rich, nice flavor, more on the natural side, no crazy burn on the way back up, no gag reflex, nothing like that. So I'm happy to say that the flavor was right on the money. I really enjoyed this one. Now, the label itself, like I did mention earlier, there isn't anything in here that's gonna raise eyebrows. There's nothing illicit in here, nothing exotic, if you will, but man, this is a nice label. This is a really well thought out label. Everything you need to get an effective workout is in this tub right here. You need pumps, you got your citrulline. You need strength output, you got your betaine anhydrous. You need some focus, you gotta get the mind zoned in. You got that L-tyrosine at the efficacious dose and a whole bunch of other stuff. So let's break down this label, guys, and I'm gonna tell you what I think of this pre-workout. Okay, so you can either take this at half a scoop, which will yield 11.35 grams, or at the full 1 scoop dose, which brings us to 22.7 grams. You guys know that HighStimAce doesn't do those half measures. No half measures on the channel. We go full dose because that's how we do it here on the channel. So for me, I'm gonna be getting 20 servings out of this bad boy here, and I'm happy to say that 1 flat scoop came up to 23 grams, so slightly more than the 22.7. They got it right, they nailed it, and I was really happy with it. Okay, let's get to this label, guys. I'm gonna read everything as it is dosed for 1 full scoop because that is, once again, the suggested serving size. We're going to begin with sodium at 195 milligrams, and that's going to help with the pumps, of course, get the blood flowing. And speaking of blood flowing, we got the citrulline in here, just straight up L-citrulline, not cutting it with malic acid, nothing like that. You're getting the full L-citrulline dose at 8,000 milligrams, so a nice hefty 8-gram dose of that citrulline, which does convert to arginine in the body, has multiple benefits, strength output, but most importantly, the blood flow. It has everything flowing, and it's going to help achieve those nice, swole, juicy pumps. We have beta-alanine at the clinical 3,200 milligrams, and that's gonna give you the tingles, of course, and help with endurance, lactic acid buffering, a whole bunch of other stuff. But most importantly, the tingles, it's gonna let you know that something's going on. You're gonna feel that prickling going down your body. Sometimes I've had pre-workouts that had 2,000 milligrams of beta-alanine, and I was itching myself like a monkey. And other times I had pre-workouts that had 4,000 milligrams, and I didn't feel anything. So how does this one hit? Stay tuned to the review section, and you will find out. Arginine nitrate, which is trademarked as NO3, comes in at 3,000 milligrams, so that once again is going to help additionally with the pumps, with the blood flow, blood oxidation, and help keep moving things along. So nice hefty dose, and they do include it in some of their other pump formulas. This is the trademark version from Apollon Nutrition, and I think it's a great addition to this pre-workout. Now we got betaine anhydrous coming in next, 2,500 milligrams, also for the strength output. I used to take betaine on its own. I used to have the powder that I used to take on its own, just stack it onto pre-workouts that don't have it. Really great ingredient, super underrated. And a lot of other companies are starting to utilize betaine anhydrous in their pre-workouts, but Apollon was always doing it, and I really like it. 2,500 milligrams for me is perfect. L-tyrosine for that focus to get you zoned in, dialed in. 2,000 milligrams, really nice dose. I see some pre-workouts going to 4,000, which I think is overkill. It's not necessary, but 2,000 I think is just right. Himalayan pink salt, 500 milligrams for additional pumps, and that is a nice clean source of salt, so no cheap salt, nothing like that. We're going with the full Himalayan pink salt, and I like it at that dose. And up next, we got theobromine at 300 milligrams, the little cousin to caffeine, going to provide a little more energy output, stimulation, a little bit smoother than caffeine, but it synergizes super well with caffeine, and I really like it. 300 milligram dose is perfect for me. Speaking of caffeine anhydrous, we got it here at 275 milligrams. That's right, guys, not 575 milligrams like some other Apollon Nutrition products. I'm just kidding, of course, but this is one of their lowest dosed caffeine pre-workouts, and again, goes back to what I was saying. This is meant to be used more regularly. I know they're not big fans of daily driver terminology, but in general, this is something you can use regularly, and you don't have to be worried about it overwhelming you, overstimulating you. 275 caffeine is great. And we also do have the cytocholine, 250 milligrams, and then we have the dicaffeine malate, 100 milligrams. So I believe that usually does give a 75% yield, if I'm not mistaken. So that's going to bring us up to 350 milligrams of total caffeine across the board. So you have the 275, the caffeine anhydrous, which has about a 45-50 minute shelf life, hits relatively quickly within 5-10 minutes. And then you're going to have the 100 milligrams of dicaffeine malate, which really comes out to more like 75, and that's going to stretch it out and elongate the effects, usually going near 2 hours. That's how it works for me anyway. And lastly, we got estrogen at 50 milligrams, which is there for absorption to help your body process all these ingredients efficiently and make sure you're getting a little bit of everything going at the same time. Okay, so that is the label, guys. Really, really simple and really to the point. It focuses on the essential components of having a good pre-workout. No exotic stims in there, nothing to give you a head buzz or anything like that. A lot of the other Apollon Nutrition products, especially the limited edition ones, will have the inclusion of lion's mane extract, Oriogenesis, and a whole bunch of other things, Juglans Regis sometimes. But those are pre-workouts that you could take once, twice a week tops, and they're fun. Listen, I do enjoy the stimulants. After all, I am high stim ace. I do enjoy the exotic stims, but I'm also very responsible when it comes to that stuff. I cycle these things very responsibly because I don't want to be dependent on it. I don't want to get to the point where I have to take crazy doses of DMHA or whatever else I got to take in order to get in a good workout. That stuff is fun. If you want to go and work out and be in party mode, then definitely take yourself one of those 2 amino-based pre-workouts and have a great time, as long as you're doing it responsibly. But you don't need those stimulants to have an effective workout. At the end of the day, these are supplements. They're supposed to supplement what you're doing in the gym. So you have to have the initial drive, the right state of mind, and the focus and determination to get you to where you want to go. You got to have a vision of yourself and work towards bringing yourself closer to that vision every single day. At least that's how I do it. That's how I've been doing it for the last 6 years, as long as I've been on this fitness journey. So ultimately, guys, the question you're going to be asking, is Desperado worth it? Does the label actually translate to the experience in the gym? Does this really hit? Is it worth picking up? Is it better than other daily driver types of pre-workouts? And what differentiates this from everything else on the market? Before I share my thoughts and my experience with you guys, don't forget to like this video, share the video with a fellow fitness enthusiast, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. So today was my second time running Desperado, and like I said, the flavor was really good, goes down easy, really smooth and tasty, and I made my way to the gym. Biked over there, 10-minute bike ride, maybe a little bit less, and within that 10-minute time period, I was already feeling the mood elevation. And it's funny because there's nothing in here that would provide a mood elevation, nothing illicit anyway, that would provide a full sense of feeling happy, but just knowing that I consumed something healthy, something that's going to be beneficial to me in the gym and have me working harder than I would without it, it put me in a good mood, man. I just felt really great biking to the gym. It was a nice sunny day today, and I just felt absolutely incredible. I started feeling the caffeine kicking in at that 10-minute mark. The anhydrous was coming in, and I was starting to get energized and amped up and ready to go. No jitters, no crazy heart palpitations, no rocket being strapped to my rear end having me going crazy, but I felt just right. I was motivated, I was determined, I was energized without being too overstimulated, too over the top. Now I get to the gym, I go and I start my warm-up sets. I'm feeling stronger than usual. That betaine anhydrous must be really well sourced because I was pushing heavy today. I don't normally train for strength. I do a lot of circuits and I really do focus on a lot of reps, a lot of sets. But man, I was pushing a little bit heavier today. All my exercises were a little bit heavier, and I was able to do a lot of reps for each exercise. So I was really happy, and I got this really good energy, man. Just this positive mood elevation, energy, everything just blended so well together. And it's funny because you would look at this label, and if somebody who's a stim junkie is watching this video right now, they're gonna say, oh, you know, this is a very basic by the book label. I need the DMHA in there. I need 300 milligrams of Araya, or else I'm not gonna feel anything. That's where you're wrong, guys, because this is such a clean, smooth experience, but it ticks off all the boxes perfectly. You want energy, you're gonna have energy for days on this thing. I got 2 hours of non-stop training and I'm still energized and I feel great right now. You want a mood elevation? It's there too. There's no nootropics or anything in there, but the way these ingredients synergize together, man, I feel great. And you feel that mood elevation within the 10 to 12 minute mark. So it kicks in really quickly. You feel very positive on this, really motivated, really energized, super, super clean feeling. And man, guys, when I tell you the pumps on this are next level ridiculous, I ain't lying. I took a couple of pictures in the gym today. I try not to go too crazy with the photos in the gym. Everybody else is doing it. Everybody's an influencer in this day and age, guys. But I'm telling you, I was feeling myself today. I was training. I felt a mind-muscle connection today. Full contractions, full range of motion, time under tension. I was hitting everything today, man. And, you know, I did back and shoulders, a little bit of biceps, and even a little bit of triceps, just because I felt like doing a couple of supersets, working the opposing muscles while I was doing the arms workout, and everything was just flowing. And man, the pre-workout just flows. Everything just flowed so well today, and it synergized in a way that made me feel so motivated and happy about the workout. It was a productive session. I pushed hard today. I felt great. This was such a smooth, clean experience. Just enough energy to get everything going right. Good mood elevation. Pumps are next level ridiculous. And no negative side effects. That's the best part. So a lot of times you're going to take the alpha yo hitters, the DMHA hitters. And again, guys, I like that stuff. Once, twice a week, I enjoy taking the crazy stuff. It's fun. And I do it as a recreational kind of activity while I'm at the gym. Obviously, I'm utilizing the crazy stimulants to push harder in the gym, but that's not sustainable. You need something 2-3 times a week where you're training, where you're not taking that stuff. That's where the term daily use pre-workout comes in. Something that has under 350 milligrams of caffeine for most of us gym goers, and something that's gonna provide you with everything you need to get the workout going and have the most effective training session while you're in the gym. So this here hits perfectly. It checks off all the boxes, and I felt such a positive sense of well-being. This feels like a good, healthy, clean product that you can take 4-5 days a week, and you don't have to worry that you consumed something crazy, that it's gonna affect your heart in a negative way. On the contrary, guys, with all the nitrates and citrulline you got in here, everything is gonna be flowing more efficiently than ever. So your body is gonna be supercharged while you're on this. And also, I forgot to mention, the beta-alanine tingles were really, really solid on this. You do feel that within the 10 to 12 minute mark, and it's kind of in the background. It's not too intense. It's not like one of those insane labs products where you're jittered out of your mind, but they're there. They're letting you know that something is brewing, something's cooking in your system. And man, when you start warming up and you get those 2-3 warm sets going, everything just synergizes together and you're in the right state of mind, in a positive mood, and you're happy to be in the gym doing what you love to do most. I absolutely love this pre-workout. This was an incredible experience. Ran it twice, and both times the experience was identical. And I gotta say, this is something that I'm gonna be keeping on my shelves for a very, very long time. I hope this isn't one of those situations where this is a limited edition drop from Apollon and then it's gonna go away for 6-7 months. I hope this is something that's gonna be staying in the regimen permanently, because they do have a lot of crazy high stim hitters, a lot of stuff with nootropics, and it's nice to have something that's cost effective, that is also safe to be used regularly, and you don't have to cycle it with something else. This is a great product, and I really do hope it stays in the arsenal for a very, very long time. If you guys want to pick up the Desperado pre-workout, then head over to my good friends over at NutriCartel.com, and don't forget to use discount code ACE15. That's going to save you 15% off your entire order, as well as help support this channel. You can also head over directly to ApollonNutrition.com. I do not have a discount code as of this recording, but that might change in the near future. Who knows? If anything happens, you guys will be the first to know. So guys, support whichever vendor you want to support, and do yourselves a favor. grab yourself some Desperado, because this is such a great pre-workout, and I can't believe that this simple label here with 11, 12 ingredients, whatever it is, it hits so nicely. It actually slapped much harder than I thought it would, but again, without crazy heart palpitations, no anxiety, no over-the-top sweating, no jitters, no heart beating faster than it normally would. It hit just right. And I could tell that they definitely worked on this one for a while and tweaked it as they saw fit until the product came out just the way they wanted. Once again, I want to give a massive, massive thanks and shout out to both Apollon Nutrition as well as Robic for sending out this tub to me for review. I greatly appreciate it. But as you guys know, my integrity will never be compromised. I will always shoot straight with you guys and tell you what I think. And this right here, guys, this one's a hitter, and it's going in my permanent stash for a long, long time. If you guys enjoyed this review, don't forget to like the video, share the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. I will see you all for the next High Stim pre-workout review. Take care, everybody. High Stim Ace, signing off.